Hi, I'm Pattu from freefincal. In this video, let's talk about using the cash flow from Government of India bonds instead of the LIC pension or the annuity from a insurance policy. Now, when I say Government of India bonds, I'm not referring to the RBI floating rate bonds that are now available. I'm talking about buying Government of India bonds directly from the government and via a demat account using what is known as a non-competitive bidding process. And when I say LIC pension, I'm referring to any annuity policy that you have to buy for a lump sum and they start giving you a pension. So this can be done via a portal called NSE Go Bid. I'd earlier written an article about this, and in fact I had titled it "Do Not Buy from NSE Go Bid." What I meant was, don't buy T-bills and short-term bonds. From there's no real benefit for buying 1 year, 2 year bonds, 3 month bonds. There's no point there. You can just use FDs, RDs, and be done with it. I'm talking about 20-year, 30-year, 40-year Government of India bonds that you're using for a pension that you will get for a lifetime. So using a valid demat account, a valid KYC details, and a typical bank account, any popular bank account should be okay. You can participate in the GSEC, that is the government security auction, with a minimum investment of 10,000 rupees and multiples of 10,000 rupees up to 2 crores. It can be done, which is a very decent sum in my opinion. 10,000, 20,000 is fine for a middle class guy who wants a pension. Something of that multiple is basically fine. Now, there are many pros and cons of getting cash flow from Government of India bonds and getting a pension. A pension from an insurer will be monthly cash flow, whereas if you buy Government of India bonds, you will be getting the annual interest in 2 installments. Every 6 months they will pay directly into your bank account. And but in terms of security, it's actually more secure than an LIC policy because it's directly from the government, and that's what I mean by a pension in this context. Now, both the pension and the bond interest payout is taxable as per slab. There's no real problem there because there are no middlemen in a Government of India bond purchase. The payout will be higher, and most importantly, if you buy an annuity at 45, the interest you will get will be very low. Whereas whether you buy the Government of India bond at 45, 35, 25 or 65 or 75, the interest rate will be the same. It will be generally higher than an annuity rate, and you can buy it for 20, 30, 40 years, which means if you are buying it, let's say at 55 and you're buying a bond for 40 years, you've basically bought it for your lifetime, right? I mean, and also in a pension, there are certain options where you will get back the money, the principal, but the annuity rate would be significantly lower there. If you want for life, or if you want the pension to go to the spouse until his or her life, then the annuity will be a little bit higher, but you will lose the principal forever. But in the case of a Government of India bond, you will always get back the principal in your account. So that's in that sense, it's very good. Another very important point is that if you buy an annuity, you have to provide what is known as proof of life or the life certification. Each year you have to go to the pension payment officer and declare that you are alive. Of course, for example, in the case of the Tamil Nadu government, they have waived this life certification this year because of the COVID, because of the pandemic, but not many other states have done it. In fact, the central government has not done it as far as I know, and that can be a real problem. Of course, there are things like Jeevan Praman, I think that is that Aadhaar based fingerprint thing, but those things they get into a lot of difficulties. Senior citizens will have trouble using them. Fingerprinting is a problem. The fingerprint they would have done it at 60 and 75. The fingerprint would it'd be difficult to register the same fingerprint back because the hand is shaking, it's aging, and so on. So a lot of technical issues with it. Now, if you go to the NSE GoBid portal, for example, there was a bidding for between September 22nd and 23rd for 2060 maturing bond for 6.8% annuity, the interest rate, sorry. And there's another for 7.16% maturing in 2050 that occurred between 15th to 16th of September 2020. So, you can bid for this if you are interested in that kind of income. Of course, I'm talking about somebody who is close to retirement or retired and so on, who's 50 plus and so on, not for young people. Naturally, you have to pay a premium on these bonds because this is a low interest rate regime, and if you have a 7%-ish bond, you are or close to 7%, naturally there will be a premium. But if you consider the age independent pension, the lack of paperwork, the return of the principal and so on, it generally is a fairly good deal. Although you can't point to point compare these two products, generally the premium paid is well worth it. Of course, the only catch is when you want it, they may not be available, and also they may not be available at a attractive rate, and the payout is every 6 months. So if you don't have any other source of pension, and if you don't have any other capital that to work with, then waiting for a payout every 6 months can be dangerous. So this is actually for those who have enough wealth and who can manage every month with that wealth, and they can get a source of annual income or biannual income, or however way you to call it. And there are some people who are looking for a secondary source of pension in addition to their primary company pension or annuity. They also can consider it depending on their corpus. But if you want monthly income and if money is tight, then this can be a little dangerous because you're putting it in. Of course, you can sell it. That's another advantage with the Government of India bond. You can, in principle, you can sell it, but it depends. It depends on the buyers and so on. So, so it's not for everybody clearly, but some people can use it. Provided they are well covered via other resources. So you can go to NSE GoBid and you can register yourself with your, there are two options. One is for NSE trading members and other is for others. That is, if your demat account is from a popular portal, for example, Zerodha is an NSE trading member. So you can just choose the NSE trading member, enter the Zerodha account number, then they will verify the KYC and everything will be all right within a day or so. You should be able to start using the account. So that's an overview of how you can use government bonds as an income source, provided you are ready to use it. That said, I just wanted to go up couple of articles. So this is a article from Virendra. This is a reader story on how he plans to achieve 5 crores. Please go read that post. It's a very nice post. Then I had also written about 4 mid-cap mutual funds that have outperformed the Nifty Next 50. We will talk about that in coming videos. And also I talked about the Nifty Small Cap 250 Index. And finally, the Earn from Skills course is now open. Membership is briskly filling up. The 60% early bird offer, which is just 2,000 off the full price of 5,000, is closing on the 5th of October, 9 a.m. So see you inside the group. Bye-bye.